Common symptoms of complex post-traumatic stress disorder. pokingholesblog.com. What is complex PTSD? CPTSD is a more severe form of PTSD. The 5 most common features that differentiate CPTSD from PTSD are emotional flashbacks, toxic shame, self-abandonment, a vicious inner critic, and social anxiety. CPTSD is a learned set of coping strategies that are caused by experiencing complex trauma. CPTSD develops as a response to our environment. Therefore, it is a disorder that is caused by nurture, not nature. As it is a learned response, it can be unlearned through recovery work. PTSD, emotional flashbacks, tyrannical inner and/or outer critic, toxic shame, self-abandonment, social anxiety, abject feelings of loneliness and abandonment, fragile self-esteem, attachment disorder, developmental arrests, relationship difficulties, radical mood vacillations, dissociation via distracting activities or mental processes, hair-triggered fight-flight response, oversensitivity to stressful situations, and suicidal ideation. Emotional flashbacks. Emotional flashbacks are the most common and troublesome symptom of CPTSD. Flashbacks are the re-experiencing of the trauma. Emotional flashbacks do not have a visual component as they do in PTSD. They involve the survivor becoming overwhelmed with the intense feelings of being an abused and abandoned child. These intense feelings can include overwhelming fear, shame, alienation, rage, grief, and depression. Pete Walker's 13 Steps for Managing Emotional Flashbacks. In his book, Complex PTSD, From Surviving to Thriving, Pete Walker has a list of 13 steps that help reduce emotional flashbacks. I have found them very useful in helping me with my recovery. If you are having an emotional flashback right now, I want you to stay tuned and try out the steps I use to see if they help reduce the intensity of your flashback. The steps I take when I am in an emotional flashback. I acknowledge it and I say out loud over and over, I am having an emotional flashback. I am having an emotional flashback. I am having an emotional flashback. And I say it as many times as I need to. I tell myself that I am safe and that I am in a grown-up body. I pay attention to my breathing, saying in my head to myself, breathe in as I'm breathing in, as I'm inhaling, breathe out as I'm exhaling. And I repeat that for as long as I need to. So let's try it right now. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I find that this helps me to be mindful and it helps to bring me back to the present moment. I then try to figure out what triggered me and what I might have been flashing back to. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please let me know in the comments section what strategies you use to help stop an emotional flashback. Please let me know if you have used Pete Walker's 13 steps and if you find them helpful in your recovery from CPTSD. And please let me know if you used my steps and if you found them helpful.